Has anybody told you you're like the best Lucille Ball ever?
No, but I'll take that.
I was talking to my buddy Colin, who made you up for American Gods, and said you were a dream.
Oh, thank you.
So, I have a question about that actually, but for the X-Files. So you have a really versatile range of acting. And you're welcome. And once in a while with the older seasons, we got to see you kind of play a different type of a character than Scully. Will we get to see that in 2018?
You mean to play her a little bit differently? Is that what you mean? That in the last, that she's...
Like to play a slightly different version, like maybe a more bubbly or drunk version of Scully.
Will we see Scully get drunk? Is that well, I do think that in the in these later episodes that she's definitely more relaxed than she used to be, and it's been an interesting. Not conundrum, so to speak, but to kind of figure out where the original Scully, the elements of her personality actually fit into the mature version of herself. How she continues to show up in her personality, and not have it be inappropriate, because so many of those elements were an aspect of her as a 20-year-old, you know. And so that's been a curious, So I don't know what the answer is actually. You're going to get what you're going to get.
Well, where is she at, and where is she and Mulder at as we catch up with them now?
Oh, that's a good question, isn't it? I wish I could answer.
Well, give us a hint.
Well, they are. They're still working on the. I'm not sure how much I can actually say, whether they're living together
it's
or
just
not
us.
living
You can
together.
trust. We won't tell anybody.
They're working together. They're professionally working together. They are still very friendly and still very. They care about each other very much, and they're.
But they've been through so much together.
Yeah.
So is this the next step of them going through everything together?
Well, to a degree, yeah. I mean, any version of what we give you is going to be the next step of them.
That's true.
Of what they do together. So yes, but there are things you'll see. Things transpire in a way that fans will be pleased with.
And were you pleased with the way they're transpiring?
Yes.
Playing this character. I mean, we're excited to see it. Is it still exciting to you to keep playing this character?
I don't know if exciting is the word. I think it feels like it makes sense that we have a more of a conclusion to the series and to the characters, and I think that there are certainly it's nice to work with people that you enjoy working with, and it's easy, you know. David and I working together, other than being familiar, you know, we get along really well, and we have fun, and so in that respect, it feels very relaxed, and you know, it's not like American Gods and doing, you know, all the research and honing in on something and perfecting something, and, you know, having 2 hours to shoot David Bowie, and, you know, it doesn't have the stress of that. And so that's enjoyable, and I can get excited about the ease of it, I guess.
Sorry, earlier this year, there was a little bit of a little public discussion of the lack of female writers on the show and female directors on the show, and you sort of raised that as well. And I think as fans, it's like you get to this place where you're like, I love this thing, but I also need it to be better in this particular way. And that was interesting to see you, because obviously this is something that you love very much.
Yeah.
But why was it important for you to be in that conversation and raise that topic?
Well, it was important to me because the conversation was being had as if it was a one-off situation. and I was confused as to why nobody was talking about the fact that it had always been that way, and felt like I needed to pitch in and say, this is how it's been. Let's actually look at that. And yes, it needs to change. I mean, we're all talking about how that needs to change, but it's not like this is a sudden oops situation.
Could you settle up a little bit of an impasse for us, Gillian? Chris said that the reason that he brought the X-Files back was because David and Gillian wanted to do it. David says that is complete bullshit. So where do you sort of stand in this stalemate?
I would say that's bullshit. And also I would say what David says is bullshit.
So,
And the truth is out there. What's your version of the story?
Forthcoming.
Oh, my version is that David and Chris wanted to do it. And it was a matter of whether I was going to jump on board or be the bad guy and end it forever. That would be my version.
So what made you want to do it?
Earlier, you said conclusion for the characters, and far be it from the internet to ever blow anything out of proportion. Are you still open to continuing on beyond this season? Then?
No. No, I think this will be it for me.
So what made you want to do this season?
Because it felt like it wasn't over. It felt like it didn't feel like we necessarily delivered everything that the fans were expecting of us last time, and so it was that.
Has it been satisfying for you?
I think so. Yeah. I think definitely. I think for everybody. Yeah.
So you have creepy stories and campy stories, and we always have loved the X-Files being able to scare us and make us laugh. Would you say that this was one of the more, being that especially that this is the final season that you are interested in doing, would this be one of the more scarier, like epic seasons for fans?
I think it strikes a really good balance between all of the elements that the fans have come to want and expect. I think we give them a little bit of everything. There's certainly more Monster of the Week type episodes, and some of those are more serious and some of those are more comedic, depending on who is writing them. And so I think they'll be happy. I mean, we're halfway through right now. I haven't read the rest of them.
Have you taken more of an active role in helping shape your character this season?
No, never have. No, never have.
Is that by choice?
I never have for this show. For some reason, I don't know why. I've never really pitched in. I pitch in other things, and I'm very active in helping to create stuff. But for some reason, it's just not been part of my involvement. I don't know why, but it just is that way.
How much will you miss her, if this really is it for you?
I don't know. You may need to talk to me in a few years about that. Once I finally shut the door. There's always been this maybe one more thing hanging over. But when the door is finally shut, call me up and ask me that question again.
This season, and you're sort of halfway at this point. Do you feel that you, as an actor, are sort of heading towards that natural conclusion, that sort of closure that...
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how the rest of the episodes are set up. I have no idea what they entail for Scully or anything. So, and I don't feel, I'm one of those people, when I was doing Streetcar, which was probably one of my favorite things I've ever done, I couldn't accept the fact that the last day was the last day until we were actually up there on this. So if I do have any feelings about it, I won't know about it until our last episode.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.